Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using White Newman Tarot by, I want to say it's BG something. Elba BG. It's at the top here. And the website is Liminal 11. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. I don't think I missed any information on that. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Website for this one is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And the dice I use are the D&D dice. I use the 20, the 12, and the 4. The 20 for the major arcana, which does omit 21, but I work with it. And the 12 for the suits up to Knight. Again, it omits the Queen and King, but I work with it. And the 4 is for which element, like fire, earth, air, water. Okay, and now, on to your read. Hello Pisces, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? Double card right off the bat. Okay, got double cards popping out all over the place here. What is that? Things going quickly? Things like are not moving at all, but then they go really fast. So this is interesting. That's it? Oh, okay. That's what it is, then that's what it is. Is it waiting? Have we been waiting? What's going on? You've been getting stronger, that's for sure. I don't know about waiting. I don't know if that's right. I feel like you've been getting stronger. 9 of Swords reversed, which is good. That's the release of stress. And then the Hermit reversed. I feel like you've been working on stuff. You've gotten stronger. It's not just, you haven't just kept it inside you. You've made things happen. You've made yourself stronger. So either you've learned something, you've maybe put some practices into motion. You've been doing a lot of work, like actual work. It's not just been up here. It's been like you've been physically doing things differently. So maybe, for example, maybe you don't have the social connections you want. You've been putting effort in to change that. Maybe you want to learn something. You put in some time to learn how to do things differently. They could be just flat out that you're learning to do things differently. For a lot of you, I feel like you've created new boundaries in your life, and you've been upholding those boundaries or working on making them better. You've been improving your boundaries and holding your boundaries. You've been putting in a lot of work. This is causing you to go into this whole new phase. You've been putting in work that's going to create a change. Especially for those of you who have been working on boundaries. Probably, I don't know about setting them as much as like refining them and strengthening them. And you could be, if this is hitting, you've already seen people leave your life over this. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Other people feel over the time that this has been happening that maybe they feel betrayed, which is not fair. Because maybe they feel betrayed because you put up with a bad behavior for so many years or for a long amount of time. And then when you stop putting up with the bad behavior, they feel like that's against them. That like as if you're singling them out or like you're attacking them in some way, which is not the case. 10 of Pentacles reversed in the judgment against somebody. I feel like you've removed people from your life. Maybe not like in the sense of like, we're not being friends anymore, or we're not going to be hanging around anymore, or not anything like that. More like you've put up boundaries and people don't like these boundaries. They don't like that you just don't do what they want. They don't like that they can't treat you the way that they want. That makes them feel good and you feel bad. You've been putting up these boundaries and you don't put up with it anymore and they don't like it. And I feel like it's judgment against them in the sense of like they have to realize that they're the problem in that. You've disconnected from certain things. You've broken down some connections. For some of you, this might be family connections where technically you're still family, but you don't hang out with these people anywhere near like you used to because you don't have time for these bad behaviors. You're not going to do that because it makes you feel bad. Why hang out with these people when they make you feel bad? You've probably given them a chance to do things differently, and if they haven't wanted to, Well, that's on them. You have to go on to better things. In fact, for some of you, I keep getting like maybe you have a larger family and you've just shifted who you hang out with now. You maybe used to hang out with certain people, you hang out with different people. For those of you this is hitting with, you've put in work of some respect. It could be a work situation where you've changed groups or something like that. You've done, I feel like for those of you this is going to hit with, you've done really well with boundaries and upgrading your feelings about how you let people treat you. Even if it's a passive thing, I don't know why we're not doing this yet. Even if it's more of a passive thing where you've just walked away quietly from people who treat you bad, you've still made a change. You've still upheld those boundaries where I'm just not putting up with it. I haven't caused a big issue, but I've just distanced myself from people with bad behaviors. Are we good? A lot of healing with you. A lot of healing. This is creating a change. A lot of things coming in for you. Okay. A lot of healing, a lot of self-love. Does it say self-love? Yes. Self-loyalty especially. You're being more loyal to yourself, what you need and what you want. You're not putting up with it. It may be, other people may not realize it. It may be very subtle to them, but for you, you're realizing that you're distancing yourself from toxic people. You're not putting up with it anymore. Okay, it's good. What else do we... Things are coming in. There's a lot that you want that just seems to be waiting to happen. I'm waiting for a lot to happen. There's a lot I want that I'm waiting to happen. I feel like that cartoon where that's how they talk. That's how the teacher talks. A lot of that going on. How is this coming in then? How is this Three of Wands coming in for you? You know it's coming. The Three of Wands is very peculiar. The Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. You know it's coming. I feel like you should know it's coming. A lot of what you want, it's not happening right now, but you know it's coming. It's almost like, so for where I'm in the northern hemisphere, so it's winterish. We got winter coming in. So if I want to take swimming lessons, could I find a pool to do that? Yes, but if it's not likely. So it's like I know it's coming. It's kind of like maybe I want to plant a garden. Could I do it in the house and do a couple pots? Probably. Am I going to do that? Probably not. So it's kind of like that type of coming. Like I know something is coming. I'm just waiting for the opportunity to show up. You put a lot of thought into this. You know things are changing. You know things are going the way you want them to. You seem to be headed in the right direction. It may be a little bit heavy in the sense of like it's taking forever to get here. It's kind of like it's on the slow boat across the seas. It's kind of like it's taking forever and ever. But you know it's coming. You do know it's coming. Other people are not happy though. What's up with other people? Be careful of your energy when it comes to other people. Be careful about talking with other people about what you're waiting for. That doesn't have to be anybody's business but your business. If it takes you 10 years to get where you want to be, then everybody else is like, well, you should have been there in a month. That's not their business. That's your business. As long as you get there, as long as you're happy, that's your thing. Because I feel like for some of us, I'm a Pisces, if I haven't said it yet, there we go. We've been working on it for a long time. We've been heading towards it for a long time, and it may take us a while. I don't feel like that's what this reading is. This reading is saying that you might have been working on it for years, but it's coming. It's coming, and it's not for other people's approval. Whatever this is that you're waiting to come forward, that's your business. You don't have to share this with anybody. Be careful who you share it with. Be very careful who you share it with. People who don't believe in you, they don't need to believe in you. But there's also another tinge to this. You might want to keep this to yourself because you might have this feeling where I told people this was going to happen and I don't see it happening right away. And you're feeling like you're letting people down. Maybe they're not saying that to you, but you might be like, well, I talked about it, and it's still not happening. I feel like people are looking at me like a fool. Stop talking with people about it. Realize it's coming. Keep it to yourself. Even if other people aren't treating you bad about it, you might treat yourself bad about it is what I'm also getting. So be careful of that. So you might want to keep it to yourself for that reason. Because whatever it is about to start, but it's starting like with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's starting fast, but it's the Ace of Pentacles. So it's kind of like, it's almost like if you want to own your own restaurant, for argument's sake. The information is coming, like you're finding people who want to do that. You're upgrading your recipes. You're finding where you're finding more information. You're starting to put your business plan together. You're getting that together, but it's like it's not showing up in the outside world, but you're putting things together. How do I explain this? It's kind of like I'm getting the funding or I'm getting the approval, but I don't have the location yet and I don't have the work starting yet. The Ace of Pentacles takes a long time. That's the proverbial elm tree. When you plant the seed, you're waiting for it to grow, and then year after year after it gets bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger. That's the Ace of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands in there is kind of like the process is starting. You have a lot coming towards you, but there's a lot building into this. This is like trying to build a mansion by yourself. It's kind of like trying to build the mansion by yourself, but you have all the equipment and all the tools and all the supplies to do it, but you're doing it all by yourself. It's taking a while. Everything is showing up very quickly when you need it, but it's going to be a long process to get there, but it's like you can see it coming together. You can see it coming, going where you want it to. Be careful. Don't share too much if it's going to take you a while. Even if this takes you 10 years, that's for you to know. That's your business. There's nothing wrong with that. You may realize that other people might judge it in a different way, or you may feel that other people are going to judge it in another way. It's not for them. It's not about worried about how that's going to happen. I feel like you are moving forward on whatever it is you want. You're moving forward slowly, but this is building a stable base. So something is coming forward. It's ironic that it's fast and slow at the same time. So it's kind of like, again, it's like building that mansion by yourself and getting all the tools, all the supplies, and everything you need and getting the location. Everything's going where it needs to, but you're doing it all by yourself. So it's like a slow process. You can do it all by yourself. You know how to do it. It's just taking you a long time to do it. And I feel like for some reason I want I want those accolades. I want that recognition. And I'm afraid about letting down other people because it's taking me so long to do it. It's not other people's business. This is why I feel like they're saying you might want to keep it to yourself for that reason, because even if other people don't judge you, you might judge you on that. Thinking, well, people are expecting, I said I was going to do this and it's taking so long, people must be thinking I'm a fool. I keep getting something like that. You might have to keep it to yourself for that reason, because it is coming in it's coming in very slow, but very sure, and I do feel like it's going to build you where you need to go. I feel like the way you're building it too, it's very comfortable. It's kind of like if we're going to build that mansion by ourselves, you get to do it like every day you're doing like maybe like a half hour worth of work. Every morning you're getting up, you're doing a half hour worth of work, you're doing a half hour worth of work. Maybe it does take you 10 years, but when you get there, you have what you want and you can make it what you want, and it's beautiful and you enjoy it and you got to do it exactly the way you wanted it to, and it's exactly what you want. It doesn't matter if it takes you forever to get there in somebody else's terms, as long as you're enjoying the process and you get what you want. Because I don't feel like it'll be painful for you, but if you keep sharing it with other people, I feel like it makes you uncomfortable. Like, I told people about this and now they're not seeing anything, so they probably think this, they probably think that. I feel like it's you doubling back on you. Be careful of that. Because this is a beautiful thing, and you're going to be on it. It's kind of like the way it's coming together isn't quite the way it would come together for other people, but it matters about you enjoying it, not about other people enjoying it. So you might need to keep it to yourself for that reason. I know I said that a lot. When the time comes, people will see the abundance you have. Say it's 10 years down the road, just for argument's sake. I'm not saying it's going to take that long, but if it did, they'll get it when you get there. They'll understand it when you get there. You'll get the praise when you get there. But try not to shoot yourself in the foot on the trip there. So whatever it is you're looking for, it's starting to show up. It's a slow process. I hope that helps. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.